Hey folks, gonna be doing another little quick unboxing here. Um, just got this Kickstarter in today. This is Distilled, a spirited strategy game. This is by Paverson Games. Um, I did go all in on everything, so I have the play mats here. Uh, I have a Kickstarter promo or Kickstarter mini expansion deck of cards. Um, I have the coasters, which appear to just be your standard cardboard coasters. They just have the different types of spirits on them: rum, whiskey, vodka, etc. I got the shot glass. That's upstairs. I'm not going to show that. It's just a typical glass, and it has the Distilled logo, or it's the abbreviated. You'll see it here. Once I open the thing, there's not this logo, but a condensed logo, I guess, that's on it. Pretty standard shot glass. So let's go ahead and get it opened up. I also did get there's a expansion for it that adds some cards and new spirits, etc. This one here, Africa and the Middle East. So when you initially open, you're going to see your box here, or this piece of paper that says stop. It tells you do not throw away the empty punch boards. Basically, they want you to put your punch boards on the bottom under the inserts so that it pushes the inserts up to the top and has less risk of things jostling around. I went ahead and did that. I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way or not. Then on the back side, it gives you a breakdown of how everything goes back in the box, what goes where. It doesn't tell you where everything goes, but it's the game tray inserts are pretty self-explanatory. I'll show them here I'll show you where everything goes basically when I get this open up a little bit. So we'll hang on to that. Like I said, the African and Middle East expansion does fit in this box. It comes with a little rule book that just basically goes over the additional things that get added. Then you have this first taste. This is basically a walkthrough of how to play the game for your first time. I have not actually sat down and gone through it, but it sort of tells you what cards players are going to have, etc., how they're going to be set up, and then it walks you through the turns. It's sort of you can kind of play along, I guess, but it's more of here's how the game will play over a couple of rounds, etc. So I don't know how useful this will be, but we'll see. And then we have the actual rule book, which is big square. Seems pretty decent. Plenty of pictures, how things go out, round overviews, etc. All the iconography. Seems like to be a pretty good rule book. It is 24 pages long with a reference on the back and a shortened index. Your solo rules in the back. Goes over the different spirits and little history on them, that type of thing. So that's the rule book. Seems pretty decent. I've not actually read into the rules or anything of that nature. Then you are going to have your player boards on top here, and you will have 5 of them. They fit into this little insert here. We'll set that aside. You're going to have the truck board, which is going to have different resources and whatnot for you to purchase. That sits over top of here. And then you have some other things in here. These are the ribbons, the goals, I guess you could say. There's a whole bunch of them. These ones here are the ones that came with the, what was the name of that expansion? Africa and Middle East expansion. So I just put those 5 in here. The wooden barrel that comes with the game. I don't know if this is standard or deluxe, but that's there. And then the metal coin, which acts as basically the first player, I believe. There is a wooden version of, or not wooden, a cardboard version of that. You'll see that in the inserts when I get, or the punch boards when I get down to those, but this is the metal version that came with my game separately. Then you're going to have, and this is my one gripe so far, is there's not an easy way to get this out. You better have fingernails so you can grab the corner and pick up. But this is, looks like another resource board, mixed grains, mixed plants, mixed fruits, etc. Basic market board, that's what it's called. So that lays on top of here, and then now there are actually holes here where you can slip your finger down and get those out. These are player boards. I'm not sure what they're for, but they're there. And so we'll just kind of set all that back there, back on top, and we'll lift this. There's holes or cutouts in the sections here. You can just pick up this little insert and set it aside. Then you have 3 additional trays. One tray, I have all of my metal tokens, so my metal cubes rather. So you have copper, silver, and gold. The game does come with wooden versions of these, but again, I have the Kickstarter with the deluxe and all that jazz, so mine are metal. Here's the bag of the wooden ones. I just set it aside. It does not go in here, and I don't think I'm going to try to put it in there. I'll just set it aside and use it for something else. Then we have metal coins. You have 5s, 10s, and 1s. This is how I have mine laid out. Again, the game comes with the cardboard version of these, but these are the deluxe edition, so I'm just going to use those, and we'll set those aside. Then we have the tray that has all of the spirits. These are all cardboard tokens, except for the player. I believe these are the score tracking tokens for the different players. But you can see you've got all your spirits. Moonshine and vodka have 10 spirits. Everything else has 5 spirits, and they fit perfectly in these trays the way they are. This includes the 4 or 5 spirits that come in the Africa and Middle East expansion. Here's your score markers for going over 50 points. Other than these two have to go here, the moonshine and the vodka, because these are the biggest trays. And then in the middle here, these are all signature recipes. There's room for more signature recipes in there, which is nice. But aside from these 3, and obviously the wooden tokens in the center section here, there's no rhyme or reason into what order these go in that I can tell anyways. I'm sure there are going to be some folks in the industry that should say, oh, well, you should always have these types of liquor next to these other types of liquor because they go together and so forth and so on and whatnot, but that's not me. They're in there at random. I'll put that back on there. Then you're going to have your, I think this is called the shelf board. Possibly scoring, I think. Yeah, I think it's scoring track because it goes to 50. So, nothing on the back, just that. And then there's a piece of white board here that basically kind of protects. Actually, I probably should put this on top, so it protects the top from being scratched. Then you have your bottom insert that's going to have all your player aids and how to your reference cards and your they're called flights. Those go there. Underneath them, there's 3 little trays for half height or quarter height trays, I guess I should say. Then you have a couple decks of. So these two came in the Africa Middle East expansion. So if you don't have 2 of these separate, that's why. And then you have a deck of Distillery Goals cards. And then, again, these came with the expansion. This deck came with the expansion as well. This is the ingredient deck for the African and Middle Eastern. And then these 4 bricks of cards were in the base game. It does look like there is plenty of room if you want to sleeve these. I don't think I'm going to. I'll probably just use those wells for other things. But I wanted to pull all these out and show you beneath there. Like I said, they recommend that you basically put your punch boards beneath here. So this is the punch board with all the money and the first player token there. and then you'll see all my empty punch boards below that. There are 4 punch boards. 5. This says P5. There are 5 punch boards. So 5 punch boards, and they say just put your insert back over top of it. I don't have an issue with that. It brings everything else nice and level to the top of the box. Just put all these back in here. There's that. You get your board that got your scoreboard goes on top of that. Then the white piece to protect it. You can put something like that. You can put those like there, those like there, and then we have this board that goes right on top, or this insert, and then we basically have rule book, first taste, African Middle Expansions rulebook, and the piece of stop paper that goes there. I wanted to put the mini expansion in there. Let me just do that real quick while I'm thinking about it before I forget. I'll just slide that right there in the corner. And boom, put the box lid back on. And that is Distilled, a spirited strategy game. We'll go ahead and slide this out of the way and roll out the mat real quick. So here's just the little mat. Oh, those are bricks. It looks like there's kind of like some white stuff around, but these are like they're bricks. It's like the light shining on the bricks somewhat. So yeah, that's the play mat. You could probably fit this in the box if you folded it, but I mean, you'd have, the only place it would, you might be able to, nope, it's too wide. You would have to fold it, and you'd have to fold it twice. You'd have to do like that, and I'm not going to do that. That's way, that'll mess up the mat, I think. Just going to have to be rolled up and stored in my mat, hanging mat storage thing over here. Set that right there for now. Maybe like that. It's going to unroll, isn't it? Yep. I'll have to go put that over there now. Anyways, that is a unboxing of Distilled, Kickstarter edition with all the deluxe pieces and everything. We'll probably do a playthrough of this at some point in the near future. It does have solo rules, so I'll probably give that a shot as well. But thanks for watching, guys.